Corner Beyond 90seconds.com, Governor Jay Inslee here at the scene. He's just come out to thank the troopers. He's now heading back towards his vehicle. That's Governor Jay Inslee. He's wearing a vest, a dark vest, and he's just given a thumbs up to the state police. Governor Jay Inslee. Governor putting a pin on the trooper's shirt. Governor thanking the trooper here at the roadblock on SR5. Governor, can I ask you a quick question? Could you please, I'm independent. I used to play basketball with you in Yakima when I was at KIMA. Mark Horner, yeah.
Hi, Mark.
You were in SELA. It's been a long time, lost a lot of hair. It's great to see you, Governor. Your impressions of where things are today?
Well, we've got a full-blown search and rescue effort that's ongoing right now. We're getting some additional federal assets in, an incident management team, a National Guard search and extraction team will be coming in. So we're bringing in some additional troops to replace some of the exhausted people here. And it's a full-blown rescue effort. The families of Washington deserve that. Our hearts are with them. We want to get all the resources we can, and we are.
There was a big jump in the numbers that came out this morning as opposed to the previous 2 days. There was some sense, I was in Darrington last night, there was some mounting frustration with the earlier numbers. Why the delay in coming out with, how do we go from 18 to 108?
Yeah, well, people in the search and rescue effort really need to answer those questions. I think that they wanted to be conservative, to try to match all of the information coming in from so many ways. But we really want to focus on the rescue right now. That's
Absolutely.
The rescue. We want the intense effort on rescuing anybody who's got any hope here. That's our duty, and we're going to do it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much for your time. That was Governor Jay Inslee speaking to Beyond90seconds.com. He arrived here quite by surprise at the roadblock. I asked him about the jump in the numbers in terms of the missing and the deceased. He's getting into that black vehicle now. Get a picture of that? The governor just giving us that interview to Beyond90seconds.com. The governor has just gotten into the black vehicle behind this unmarked, apparently, yes, state police vehicle. The state police giving the thumbs up. Thank you very much. So once again, for those of you just tuning in, we had initially done a feed of more than 40 minutes streaming to you live, and I just shut the feed off when all of a sudden a gentleman showed up, and I was zooming in to get some still shots, and I could make out that was Governor Jay Inslee. Someone many years ago I actually played basketball with against at the YMCA in Yakima, Washington, when he was a local lawmaker in SELA, and I was a young reporter and anchor at KIMA in Yakima. But he was gracious enough to give us some time. First, though, he was just speaking with state police here at the scene at the roadblock. We watched the governor put a pin on a trooper, and then we requested a moment with the governor, and he was gracious enough to step up and speak with me directly, looking straight into this iPhone, which is streaming to you live from the roadblock on SR 530 west of, just a moment. being shown a photograph just now from Dayron Johnson at snowco_scanner. If you missed that moment in the stream with the governor, Dayron Johnson is about to tweet a photograph of the moment while I was interviewing Governor Jay Inslee, if you should care to see that. Anyhow, so Governor Jay Inslee, just here a moment ago, it was a surprise appearance, if you will, at least for this reporter, but he was very gracious. I did ask him about what he's seeing today, where he sees things at, and he spoke very insistently that this is still a rescue effort, not strictly a recovery effort. And then the governor, I asked him point blank about the big jump in numbers. We had 18 missing yesterday. We had 4 deceased, and then that number 4 jumped to 8. And while that was happening and those numbers were going out, I was in Darrington, and I was hearing talk locally about this mounting frustration with the quote-unquote official numbers that were going out, because people were saying that they know firsthand, or family members know firsthand, because they've been down at the site, that there are more dead and more missing than what was being reported. The governor, though, he ultimately, I think, said that there was a more appropriate question for the authorities who were actually investigating and the responding agencies to perhaps answer. Handled that question well, I think. And anyway, it was an unexpected moment, but it was a moment nonetheless that we capitalized on. It was very gracious of the governor to spend a moment talking to us. So I'm going to step back a little bit. Where we're located, for those of you who might just be tuning in, is at the roadblock west of the mudslide. And this is about 3 miles, roughly, I would estimate, west of the mudslide. The crossroad is also Loop Road. So you would be coming from Arlington. You would be coming from this direction. I apologize for the phone slipping here, the camera phone. And so that's traffic coming from the west. And then here there's a pullout. I've actually stopped here on my own trips to Rockport. I've stopped here, A, because there's a large area to pull over and just stretch your legs and whatnot. And then it seems so convenient for me because I've stopped here to get my camera out and just get photographs of that beautiful view. You see the red barn? In fact, I was telling Dayron Johnson on the way up here about a red barn where I stop and take pictures. Lo and behold, that's also Loop Road. That's where we're at today. This is the roadblock, and east of here is the mudslide, about, I'm guesstimating, 3 miles from here. It's at milepost 35, I believe. 38, because I was at 41 on the Darrington side last night, and I was told I was about 3 miles away from the slide. I'm going to get my phone out and check Twitter and see if any of you are asking any questions before we wrap up this feed. right, folks, just to wrap up again, I'm going to conclude this stream because I need to save my available data on my data plan, quite frankly, so that we can do more streaming during this. Good luck getting through the data plan without going over, huh? I got till the 16th of next month. Anyhow, we're at the roadblock west of the mudslide outside of Oso. We're at Oso Loop Road. We're probably about 3 miles from the actual slide location. Media are gathered here, and it's not just local media anymore. It's not just national media anymore, but we have international news agencies represented. I believe one gentleman said, he said it was AFP. I asked him, I wasn't familiar with AFP, and he said basically the Reuters of Europe. There was another gentleman we spoke to who's a photographer. He's representing a German news organization. And so I streamed for over 40 minutes and ended that stream, and shortly afterwards I noticed a vehicle pulling up, and a gentleman with grayish salt and pepper hair was getting out, and I was focusing closely with my DSLR, getting some stills, and I said to myself, that's Governor Jay Inslee. So I hustled to get the phone back on the camera because I use the iPhone for streaming, and the